everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. One key thing to watch today will be the battle in the trenches. The Raiders are top 10 in rush yards allowed, and they're going up against the Eagles team that will need to figure out how much it can count on the run.
It's a day, Larry, that fans in these parts will need to savor as we come to you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Oakland Raiders. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. Again, it's Bell. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here's Ryan. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Gary and Conley. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ezekiel Ziggy Ansah with a tackle for loss. Just think he's still learning the game of football. Didn't play a heck of a lot of it in his native country. And at BYU was just scratching the surface before he hit the NFL.
Yeah, from Ghana, where he really liked soccer and basketball, but football's okay for him, right?
Yeah, I think it's worked out very well. Drafted on potential. He's realizing it here.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Slot man moves right. They'll set up to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Ryan. Throw left side complete. It's Bell. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. If I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he will have the 1st before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on third down. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
And Brinza's kick is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff, as they'll take over with the ball 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you describe that, because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then, because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. But on that play, there was 0 space, no gain.
On 3rd down, that's Hodges. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down. Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle.
Watch it now, Barney. Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
On play action, they'll throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ndamukong Suh in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The fumble, but they're able to maintain possession. Now it's second down.
Green, 39.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape. Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Ryan. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Now Ryan back into his end zone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tyus Bowser with a pick. And they'll have it just 5 yards away from pay dirt here for... First and goal. First and goal from the 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. 2nd and goal to go now. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they had great field position, but a 3-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a 3-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious.
And the Raiders have got him.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
But no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. Everyone happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the book.
And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. The Broncos, they're continuing to pour it on. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The slot man in motion right. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
All right, here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Detroit.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And some room to work. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him. Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. He's picked off at his own 47. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with it over.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the third sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line. Knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I's, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before. Getting his feet down. Did you say dotting the I? I can cross the
And he's in. Front Eagles touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Now it's Brinza to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Shrugs a tackle.
Nice.
And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 22-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. And the D looking like they may blitz. They go play action here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a play fake here on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tyus Bowser with a pick.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Andrew Billings. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Why? Get wide.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Quick update from Levi's Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Come on, let's go.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
A handoff as they run the counter play. Room here to run. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll buy some time right. That was going to throw deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Back now here on EA Sports. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And with the play clock running out, Jack Del Rio is going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Raiders on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
All right, here we go.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And a broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. So the D-line's going to spread out. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here we go now. Boom, that's in there, Barney.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. A very solid gain of 27. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Now back to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They're going to look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing only way you can get it done.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back him up 5. And he motions the wide receiver. They'll look to throw. Able to power through. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Eagles.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Eagles on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave them looking at a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. It'll be a gain of 4, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Detroit! Detroit!
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Detroit! Set!
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
They certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19! Watch 32!
They'll run it with Bell. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short.
Oh, yeah!
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. We've got two teams here looking to find a way to win. It's the Jets coming in at 5-10, going up against the Cardinals, who come in at 9-6.
Thank you, Larry. Coming to you from just off the New Jersey Turnpike in East Rutherford. We are just about set for football on EA Sports from MetLife Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Between the Arizona Cardinals and the New York Jets. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Play action now. Kaiser. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll drop to throw. Right side here, and that's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
All right, here we go. All right, now, look at 56. Leopard, back 99, Philly. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. In a 3-4 defense there, and against the run, a lot of responsibility can fall on that nose tackle.
A ton of responsibility, no pun intended, because they've got to deal with not just the center, both guards, and a lot of times they have to eat up double teams in order to let the rest of the guys get to the football. But how about that play? He not only did he eat up the double team, he ate up the ball carrier as well.
I was going to say, talking about puns, you said eat up the double team.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. 3 down.
He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. He can run for, and now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Well, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. His way forward here for a modest gain. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Kaiser now. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down.
Here we go.
Kaiser to throw it. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Charles, that's an important third down stop. You don't want to spot him 2 touchdowns here early.
You're trying to slow momentum down. You've already given up the score. They're coming right back at you. You're exactly right. Being able to hold them there and force a decision on fourth down, that's big for the defense.
So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Looking to throw, and he's got his man on the out route. And now look at this, big gain but a fumble, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way.
Whenever see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
To throw is Kaiser. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Arizona. 55 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Here we go.
Kaiser now on 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Demetrius Harris, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Jets. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. It gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On third down, it's Stone. And the ball is knocked out. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Kaiser now after the fumble recovery. Going for the deep ball. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Off the play fake, Kaiser. He rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 47 yards on the ground. try the right side here. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Now a handoff looking right. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, here we go. Leopard.
They'll set up to throw. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Robert Kimdichie in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw, Kaiser. He's going to look deep down and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't met an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now, win the game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Kaiser now from the 50. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his load.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And he's able to put it through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Detroit!
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the move to his left. And some room to roam now. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. They'll throw now on the final play. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll look to throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A huge play there for the Jets. And even 70 yards.
No. Check. Patriot. Now let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's true.
That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They go play action. Kaiser. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught them off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On third down, Kaiser. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. They run the counter now on first down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Here we go. Flex round.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now they'll run it on the toss. Touchdown, Cardinals! A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Try the right side here. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now a handoff as they run left side. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lock behind it. Wow. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. On play action, Kaiser. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Get some 9 yards and a first.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A big play there, hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And the play clock's running down. Back now here on EA Sports. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Jets on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 2nd down following the run. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now the first carry for Brian Hill. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up, make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
That was so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on fourth down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here we go with 2nd and 7. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So it'll be first down here after the run. Now they'll run it on the toss. Space to maneuver at the 40. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 44 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Over. Back there, Leopard. Hurry up, here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Well, something got lost in translation in this game. He's run the ball really well, done all the things that you want in a game plan, but unable to convert it into points, unable to ring the bell consistently enough to make it a winning effort.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Everyone, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Chargers going up against the Bengals.
Larry, we are in the place the folks here call the Jungle, and that's Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cincinnati Bengals. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So they ran against the 4-6 defense. Not only did they run against it, they tried to run it right up the gut.
And that's really not a great place to go when you're running against what is commonly known as the Bear defense, made popular by those great Chicago Bears teams. No place to go right in the middle of that.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 39 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Well, he'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll set up a throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. A swing pass caught. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now back to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. A give to Elliott running left. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Ezekiel Elliott, 60 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, Elliott. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. On 3rd down, Decker. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Looking to throw. Decker. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And he is knocked down from the side, right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Again, it's Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around. And we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of his first drive. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Down carry by Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
They go to Elliott again. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go. Set. Green, 30. Detroit. Let's go.
Off play action. Decker drops it underneath to Elliott. And he loses the football a second time. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Fresh set of downs here.
All right, here we go.
Off the play fake. Decker toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Give to Elliott. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss.
Blue 90.
10th carry now for Elliott. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Green. No, Jack Patriot. No, Jack Patriot.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Now Gordon on first down. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 24-yard. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Skirts by him at the 35. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Throwing on first down. Decker. Now he'll escape to his... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Corey Legion. Never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. To throw on second down. Decker. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun!
Operating from the gun. Decker going deep downfield for Ross. He's got it at the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on third and long like that, how does that happen that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, little 360. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They start on the ground with Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Well, the offense lining up first and 10. The final shot before break. Decker. He's going to rifle one deep left side. intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Off play action. Decker. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think someone's going to get in the QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Escape. And he coughed it up. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. They'll go option on, and a loose football. And shedding through the tackle. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get the penalty yardage back, plus 5 more as they get it to 2nd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to
try to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Every now and then, those guys can get lost in coverage. Quarterback didn't see him, perhaps. But, boy, what a pick. And how about the run back? And, oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard at the 15-yard line. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one. Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Gordon, and he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. Give them 12 yards there. The Chargers have a 1st down. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think? And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. From the pistol, they run with Gordon. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Here we go now. He'll drop to throw. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And now running right through him. A big play there for the Chargers. And even 40 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass. And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down. So that one a hold right guard. And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, L.A. Tyrell Williams, 35 yards. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit.
Now let's go.
He'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field.
Detroit!
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11.
All right, here we go. All right, now, look at you now, Barney.
From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it here with Blount. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Now let's go.
Again, here's Blount. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
All right, now look at 56. There we go now. 56. Boom, there it is.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Decker, he's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Corey Legion in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Back now in Cincinnati. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13.
Detroit! All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
To throw on 2nd down. Decker throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fuller. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Off the play fake. Decker sliding out of the pocket. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And out of bounds right around the 20. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Here we go now. Green.
Looking to throw on second down. Decker being chased out left. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
And the seemingly endless drive continues.
All right, here we go.
To throw on second down. Decker, and he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And, oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. They'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 4 on the play, and it's a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. Down right around the 25. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Now Gordon. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And some room to maneuver. There goes Melvin Gordon. The 30. Past the 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 13 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. The Chargers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They're going to look to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnovers.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. The give is to Elliott. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Back to throw. Decker. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point attempt here still to come. And that stretches the lead to 27. Bullock out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get this back to just the 20 with a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
They run it here with Gordon. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Webb. And he takes this one down